Welcome back. A few months ago I went to Bonsai Central and I did a demo workshop with Bjorn Bjorholm, and I styled a Itoigawa juniper, and I didn't film an intro for it or anything. This is going to be the video, and here's what it turned out to look like at the end. Turned out pretty cool. This is going to be the front here on this angle like this. I still need to put some lime sulfur on these gens. But yeah, turned out pretty awesome. The tree has some pretty cool nabari and some nice movement in there. So, enjoy the video.
On this one, I go with the base of it. It doesn't have a lot of flaky bark or anything, so we'll go ahead and make it a gin. Oh, yeah. All right, what's the story on this guy?
I just bought it yesterday.
From the vendor area?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's a Itoigawa juniper, is what they say. I'm not an expert in junipers.
Yeah, it definitely is.
But yeah, I just started cleaning it up and trying to get all the dead branches out and find the root base. Let's see, we'll let you have a look at it.
Primary line will be, obviously, that's kind of your apex there. It doesn't mean we have to use that as the apex, but that's kind of a good starting point. So one option would be, how big do you want this to be? Do you want to try to make it as small as possible, or do you want to look like a medium-sized tree? What would you prefer?
I don't know, what do you think?
I probably wouldn't try to make it into a show cane, but
Yeah.
to give some power to the trunk, if you make it too tall, it takes away from that.
Yeah.
So probably kind of in between, like a Kifu-sized tree, maybe
Yeah.
have around 12 inches or so.
Yeah.
Would be about right. So if we want to go that route, this is a really cool nabari from this side, so this is probably going to be the front of the tree. So what I want to try to do is work this back to soft growth, right? So branches like this, for example, that are very pliable, this is the type of growth that we want to work with. So one option would be that we turn all of this over here that's quite heavy into a deadwood feature.
Okay.
Right, so we strip all of that off. This branch here is quite heavy, so this could become a small gin here as well. We might use this, we might not, but we've got tons of soft stuff above as well that we can pull down. This would be our primary line here, and then probably what we would do is use this branch back here as our new apex, putting a lot of movement up into this area, and then this would become a deadwood feature. As you know,
Eventually.
now.
Now,
Yep.
okay.
So if you want to go that route, I would kill this off here,
Okay.
turn that into a gin. It can be as long or as short as you want.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't get crazy with it, but maybe lop all the foliage up here. I would ring it at the base here, about a 1/4 inch up from this branch, because this is going to be an important branch here. We don't want to kill it.
Okay.
Ring it, and we strip the bark. Same thing on this big branch here. I'd ring it about a 1/4 inch away from the base, and strip all of that.
All right.
Let's go around. You want to go that route?
Yeah, sure.
It's going to be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe you. I trust you.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
Let's roll with
Yeah.
that.
So leave this branch alone for now.
That one you can take off.
Start working on it. Take it off.
Yeah, I would do just a small gin on this one because it's in
Take
the
it off
front.
right here and get it out of my
Yeah,
way.
exactly.
Leave this one.
Leave that one for now.
All right.
We'll
Thank you.
but it's better to have options.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome.
Wow. That sounded like
We're gonna kill the top half. And this half.
Oh,
We'll start with this one.
yeah, big deal.
The first round I always do speed round.
You got practice at the speed round last night.
Well, I did Milwaukee's a couple years ago, but I understand because of Rick Garcia now.
I'm gonna keep
Inviting.
a lot of these for cutting.
October,
Take this
whatever
home
you
and
want
roll
to
in
do.
the trees.
Figure that out. Yeah, come back with a tree. Yeah, I did it a couple of, well, what, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, before COVID.
Well, that's how it's, I mentioned, we took you to lunch.
And well, you know, when you get old, your memory goes. That's the second thing that goes.
What's the first thing?
Just your lady for
There's nothing you could say that would offend me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be 81. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's starting to feel like it. That's the problem.
Originally from Susan, it's like my first
Yeah, well, you know how you like it. Well, you either like it or you don't. You like a lot of people.
No.
Joe Harrison, he had a very crazy attitude. I would put him against anybody talking about that now except this guy. And Ryan Neal. Oh, Susan. But Susan studied in Thailand with his uncle.
But he got a prize from like a year or two ago at the national exhibit.
Yeah, let me tell you, Susan is really good.
Yeah, he's a nice guy too.
He's been trying to buy these 30 shimpakus I brought him. Yeah, I'm debating. Yeah, I put Susan in. He goes and works on L Street.
Well, see, you donated a tree to us at the Women's Sculpture Garden.
Oh, yeah?
He's got here the week or two to help with the commercial.
Oh, good.
He's got a good rapport with So, hey, you don't remember this? We talked to you about writing a book. See it yet?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I got it.
This is.
And, no, I'm not interested in this. I'd rather go into the club to teach, you know what I'm saying? Twice a year, when in the spring and fall, the most important times are to work on the kids.
And I forgot what you said
He
to.
is good.
What'd you say to do on this? I did this one.
So this side, I would kill.
Leave this.
Yeah, leave all that
This
stuff and
big
kill,
one up here.
kill all of this whole section.
So
Yeah.
ring it here somewhere.
Yeah, ring it just maybe a quarter inch out from the trunk there, and then you can make these again as long or as short as you want. I'd probably make them long to start with.
Yeah.
We may end up with a little bit of wire on them as well.
Yeah.
So you have some character.
He was in
Then-
second class, California, with Gundam. And, the three of them, usually, I don't know if they still do, they were there, working. So he's got, you know, he's extended some of his learning.
Well, actually, one of your assailants from
Good,
my wife Charlotte.
good. I just had that one guy come by the booth yesterday that was from Minnesota and told me you can't grow them. I'm going, what?
Oh, okay, so when Rick saw your tree, he said, well, you gotta fix some problems here.
So,
No, I did that Tuesday's workshop.
oh.
But I probably. So I'm not gonna show up. This will probably.
Opinions are like records, everybody, you know, and that's the thing, I got somebody who bought the failure from me, he had me work it over, came back 2 years later and said, what do you think? And I said, totally different. So he had somebody else work on it, and then he wanted me to go back and work on it again, and so I wouldn't do that. It's fair to the three, it's not fair to me or the other guy. You know, like I say, opinions.
Won't be necessary to put a super heavy wire on it. There's still wire on this branch. Probably either do this or this here, but you don't need something big enough to bend that. We need to put that down.
won't work on them. I don't normally get a chance to work on them.
Hey, I can get a volunteer to do it. I'm one of the volunteers. I can get somebody to bring some. You paid to be in here, man. I'll get somebody to bring it in. I hear you, but we have a network of people that'll bring them in. I'm one of the volunteers.
But as in Japanese culture, he is a student, and I can buy
This is not a bad front.
Since I'm not a student of his, I can go anywhere I want, but I can't
Got
want.
this can be eventually.
Let me know if they can. I'll go get it for you.
Yeah.
Sure, somebody would be happy to.
When he went over there, he knows who's making trouble.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, here, this branch here to fill that space in. And I think that's enough. Kill off before they're done. Yeah, okay. Alright, and on the rest of it, once we get all that done, all of it.
So how do the azaleas fare with bare rooting?
Better than, better than nothing. I had 1 year I brought in 450. And it took me 6 weeks to get them all knotted up, and I lost 23.
Wow.
And it was one of those, I mine clips, you know, there's 3-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 3. And that was the last one. But they're
Yeah, not already there.
all kinds of stuff. And if you make a mistake with one,
Can't wait to get back.
fix it for the next year or two. You make a mistake with one of those, and you fix it.
Yeah.
Here it comes now.
Alright, so.
Oh, and,
We're okay. Yeah.
You say you wanted that coffee black?
Yeah.
problem. Thank you for asking him. I didn't even think to ask.
So I'm trying to clean all the other stuff.
Thank you.
This branch is a little bit weak.
Yeah.
And then you kind of stop it, you get to the base. This we can certainly peel back a little bit. Tissue off of
Alright. And then would you go in a straight line, or would you add any movement to the line?
it. If you can add movement, that'd be great.
Okay, yeah.
You just don't want to put it necessarily spiral.
Right.
Hand in hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was the weaker of the two.
Yeah.
So you probably don't want to do a ton of stuff to this side of the tree. Just go around. What we can do is possibly put a guy wire up here, crush it down on itself a little bit, and then another guy wire from here.
Yeah.
So ideally, when the tree gets repotted on the right angle, this should be the tallest point on the tree.
Yeah.
And it's tipped like this.
Okay.
It gets guide backwards. This gets pulled down on itself. Even this would be nice to pull down a little bit. I'd say we probably can do 3 separate guy wires here to here. Do you have a screw with you?
I do.
Okay.
Yep. I brought some.
So what we probably do is put it in the back of the trunk here, pull that down, and we're going from here to here, and here to here.
Okay.
Just pack that together.
Yeah.
But we'll get that deadwood done first.
Okay, sounds good.
Excellent. Okay.
It's so long. I left him super long, but yeah.
Okay.
Can't add it back once you take it off.
That's right. Okay. So yeah, I have a feeling it's probably going to be best to get rid of this branch here as well. Because we have so much nice stuff from above that we can pull down.
Okay.
Right, so we can build this in a couple of ways. We can take this branch here and bring it down as kind of a semi-cascading branch. Still pretty compact here, right? You don't necessarily want a full cascade unless you want to build it that way, but we can bring that down into this space, and then this branch that I mentioned before, we can whip up and around as the apex right here, so it's moving to the right. The other option would be to try to build the tree moving to the left with a huge deadwood feature sticking off the side here.
Yeah.
If we did that, what we would probably do is similar thing. This would be our apex, just to bring it back up in here. But these branches would end up being the directional branch. You cut them way back. All right, but you get this kind of tension in the tree. Either or is going to look cool.
Yeah.
Kind of a natural tendency would be to go to the right.
Yeah.
You know, if we want to go to the left, we're going to have to get rid of a little more branch in here. So, for example, this branch would probably come out, but we would definitely keep the smaller ones above it, so we have some foliage on that side.
Which one do you think would look cooler? This is my first time looking at this tree.
Yeah, I would probably go with the movement to the right,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah.
I just think that would look better. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of a counterbalance.
If we were going to build this into like a Shohin size tree,
Yeah.
I would say
That'd be a
all
lot
of that
for a
gets
showing
killed
tree.
off. All of this here gets killed off when we build the whole tree out of these 3 branches.
Yeah.
It's a little extreme though, so we'll go with a slightly taller tree, and then eventually, if you want to make it smaller, you can.
Yeah.
But let's kill this off. Let's go ahead and strip all the bark off of these guys.
Yeah. I left my carving tools at home, which sucks. I have this knife.
Well, all you really need is do you have a gin ply with
Yeah, I
you?
have gym pliers and a knife.
That's all you really need.
Yeah.
I don't think we need all of this out here, so I'm gonna cut a few things off.
I have scissors too. I'd rather use scissors.
What's that? Oh, excellent. Thank you. Yeah, we might be able to get it off with.
I might be able to get it
pliers.
off. It's pretty pliable. Just turn this light on so I'm trying to see what's in the inside there.
So we'll leave these 2 long because we may put some wire on them and twist them up.
Okay.
Right. And, bring this here down. Let's keep this internally here. I'm gonna take this off because we've got all this soft growth here. Once we pull this down, we'll be able to manipulate these in place here. Got a little too much going on back here. So ideally we want to cut back to soft growth. Let's cut back to these guys, for example. That's going to be our apex there. Just want to shorten the way up. So before we do any wiring on here, obviously we get the gins done, but also with the foliage that's on here before you start throwing wiring, we can go ahead and peel off some of the underside growth, any of this kind of dying or dead stuff in here. We'll get all that stuff out of the way. And let's make the branches look kind of like that. Pretty stripped on the bottom.
Okay.
All right, all cleaned up. Cool.
All right.
Until Russell came by and twisted that eye of yours, I quite like it. Oh,
So why would this thing is weird? And then the this guy.
When I do workshops, a lot of people are like, what do you like? And then I can post different angles and see different things.
Russell saw there.
Well, the more trees you do, the more things you see. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so it's not that. Perfect. Yeah, that's good. It's good.
He's a commercial guy. He's covering the entire market, the market from entry to another.
Who's that? So they got a bunch of trees at the volunteer booth. I wonder what they are. I'm gonna look at them. Oh yeah. I guess all the leftover workshop trees they're gonna sell at our booth. Like I need to go see what those are. I'm not gonna take them home.
I'm sorry? Yeah, it's just down, it's a hop, skip, and road down the road from where he was, yeah. Yeah, you can look at it on the new place and see the old place. It's there.
So you say 100 quotes also.
That's fine.
I doubt it. I don't think there's any tools.
Yeah, a lot of things change over the years.
Yeah, gotcha. Russell's like, this is the histories and whatever else weeks ago. I said, 21 day clock. Come on up. And like this. Yes.
Yeah, I go to Chicago twice a year. I've got two cousins up there that are really working on the tree.
I didn't know, right? It was more decision. I thought this was your answer. It could be. It's like a 4-year-old. It's just cute, guys.
Yes.
In the top.
What's in the top to start?
In the top.
Yeah, it's in the bottom actually.
They can keep it so. 2 pots and that's something to visit.
Is that the grand house?
Yeah.
2018.
Yeah, well, sounds like doing it, right?
Did roll, I know. But
The reason that we got a good rapport with him is because he donated, you know, let's be, he wants to attend that, so, you know, when he comes in, when he checks out our stuff.
Only if the wounds are size of here.
so
That's the stuff.
Well, before he decided to move back in. Well, now, it's probably gonna be making soon.
But if you send him an email, he doesn't even answer that. And his site says, trees.
So you bring that whole bag in? Christian?
Yeah, Christian brought his tools. If you need tools, Bjorn, Christian brought his own.
Yeah, well, I put a message out there.
I
that
saw
we needed,
this.
Pliers.
Oh, it wasn't very long, but.
Back then, it was there. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, we had changed that once. He came to our place once.
Yeah.
We do get good accounts.
They actually shut the street down. So they closed it down for an hour until everybody got home. And then started closing back. Yeah. So that's good. So not getting any branches from where this one here, but one. And then so it's
Does that thing have a gym pliers in it?
It probably does.
Yeah, I can guarantee you there's gym pliers in there.
Workshops, I generally do this before I get my group, because I've lost.
Oh, yeah.
When I figure out, okay, yeah, it's okay, bring it back.
Right.
Everybody actually says, oh, can I do that? Oh, can I? And by the time it's done,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have no idea.
That's
Somebody said there were gym pliers in there, so I was just gonna work on the car.
They had some.
I threw the TNC.
seeing the, my wife is blinded when I.
We have to be careful about this.
A bleeder in one of her eyes, and they treated it, said she was okay, 6 months later, she had problems again. And they treated it again, and 6 months later, she had a problem again, and they treated it again, so she ended up blind or whatever.
We got a really good, eye institute.
Yeah, right. Oh, wow. Somebody's got a lot of tools.
Yeah, he's pretty proud of his tools, so remember, whatever you take out, remember where you got it.
Oh, I do that, I know. Like I said, I've lost tools in workshops. You cut yourself?
No, I got this wound sealant that got all gummy from the sack. And it's consistency of almost dried glue.
Maybe already made it, otherwise if you want to use this.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I don't know if I need any of them.
Yeah, I got it. Oh,
Nice.
I got this one.
Okay. Appreciate that.
You gotta love the Midwest. You have a problem and everybody around you has a way to help you.
Yeah.
You know what that is? Oh, that's why I did it, okay. You know, like, if I had stuff in
But I have been here since 1990.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll be there. No, I should be there.
It's something, yeah.
Oh, it's not a bird?
No. I think it's at least a couple of weeks, if not a month to dry out.
Oh. So then I don't.
Yeah, do 50 days of water first, and then straight off. Don't make it soft.
Yeah.
So the same way with this, how do
Okay, so,
probably not.
What do you need?
What's that?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't, I can't use like this.
So, you've got, this is the year that's last. Yeah, right. So you want to take two questions.
Two birds?
Not a,
Okay.
we can also expand this chart
came in, all I did, I like it in there, right? You know, so I started cleaning off the old carpet, you know.
So do you think that salt is right for pines, just for
I typically do it with junipers and yews, for example, but with pines, if I'm gonna do non-sulfur, I'll put it with pines.
So have you found anything that works really quickly with getting the gummy residue off the tools? Really?
Actually, it does work, but
Huh.
any kind of oil.
Okay.
Take it off.
Nice. On the base to decrease the bulbous look.
I think it's helpful if you tried.
Really?
And it will help. You could take off a little bit of bark, for
Yeah.
example, like
Uh-huh.
this on the inside of the curve.
Yeah, it looks pretty thick.
Pop some of that off, it'll help a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
When you change the planting angle, it can help a little bit as well.
Right. Okay.
So let's see what we got here. You, well, we can do another 18.
I do have some plastic tubing if we need it.
This shouldn't put much stress on the trees.
Yeah. Yeah, you see. Much
Better.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of crushing here so that like it's this to the
Yeah.
takes more 18 for me. Here all the way to the top.
Okay. Do you want me to remove any of the existing wiring that's here?
Big tree.
Yeah, we make it from here.
Yeah.
So I work on a tree, he doesn't want me to do it either, and I did it to one of the children.
At least the stuff that's not.
He made a comment, wow.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't let me do the rest of it.
Right. Yeah.
I will take it off.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thanks.
Alright, let me grab the wrench here.
Yeah, do it.
I'm not afraid of time.
I had to. I ran out of wire. I had to go get some wire.
You want to take pictures out? You want to take pictures? This branch here that was killed off. Indentation over there, so that would probably be shard that connected to this. I wouldn't do anything to it right now. So at this point, yeah, you will end up with some shard on the front side of the lot, in fact. So that jam is gonna go right. Thank you.
I'm gonna try to see as many designs and as many executions, listen to as many things as all you guys say, so.
Cool.
That's what I'm doing.
Bouncing around. observed.
Messing around, I did the Ginkgo thing and I just hacked everything off it. That's what I saw.
Can I ask you a quick question about this guy wire? So I put this on here and routed it back there because this was pulling so far forward and I didn't have anything to pull it back without getting some really heavy wire on it. Should I just cut that off for now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because we can rearrange that guy wire once we get the wrap wire.
Thank you.
I don't know how far out that needs to go.
Cool. Okay.
Just wiring.
All right, let's see.
Wiring is not, I'm new to this, so I've only been bonsai for about 2 years, so.
Okay. Yeah, this is pretty good.
I've been practicing wiring on like just random crap at my house.
Okay, so one thing here,
Yeah.
this and this are wired together, and they teeter-totter. They're just
yeah.
a little too close together. We don't have to cut the wire off. What we can do is add additional wire to that.
I was gonna ask you that about my spot where I was filming wire. I don't know where it's at now. I'll actually.
For example, we still need a wire on this,
Yeah.
so we might as well anchor these two together here. It's one place where it's okay to cross
Okay.
around the thicker wire to help lock this into place. If you don't do that, we come straight out here, this is likely just to slip out.
Okay.
Right, so totally find the loop.
You're not taking this over
Underneath there.
Certainly not.
No. I'm taking it home.
And then we'll double up on this branch. The initial wire that you put on here is also a little skinny.
Yeah.
For this branch, if that were copper wire, that'd be the right size, but aluminum doesn't hold as well. Right, so now it's still teeter-totters, but it's gonna be a little more secure.
Yeah, you can definitely criticize my wiring. That's what I'm in here for, to learn. So don't hesitate because like I said, nobody's ever taught me how to wire. So
Yeah,
I'm
so
just learning.
yeah, a lot of these wires are gonna be too skinny to really hold
Yeah,
these branches.
and I thought so too. That's
Yeah,
why I should have
you
used.
don't have
I
like a in-between size.
don't think so, man. They didn't. I got a 2.
That might be the best one there.
What size do you need?
Yeah, that's a good size there. We're good. We got it. So yeah,
You
we can go
can
back
take
to
some of the wire
add.
off?
You don't have to take it off. We can just add on to it. So for example,
Yeah.
really, it's this branch and the end hasn't been wired, so you can wire these two together.
Yeah.
And that'll take care of that whole branch there.
That's why I just went and bought wire because I was like, I don't think this wire's wide. It's thick enough. They were supposed to have wire, but I believe we ran out of wire yesterday.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
This down here.
And while I was out there, I got distracted and bought a big giant bald cypress and elm tree.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did. It's like this. The base is like bigger on bald cypress I just bought. Like I needed it. He was not wanting to take it home.
I think
Got a good price on it.
Just can't pass it up.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I got 2 trees. And I've already like this for $75. So that's a pretty good
Yeah.
price. I'll put it in my pond, edge of my koi pond.
All right, let me throw this wire out here for you. I see.
Thank you.
I guess most people don't bring purely raw material to these usually when it's a bring your own tree.
I
Like
know,
a fresh
there's a
start.
mix of everything. Yeah, this is pretty typical actually.
Yeah.
I mean, some people bring just like a stick in a pot,
Yeah.
you know, which is, yeah, can be very difficult, you know?
They're not going to get much out of that.
Right, I mean, basically the only response you can give is plant it in the ground, come back in 5 years. you know?
Yeah. A guy did that in the one I was in Maria yesterday.
Mhm.
She was like, oh, well, we'll wire it. She wired every range for him.
Okay.
Just to teach him how to wire. She's
Right.
like, we're going to teach you
I
something.
don't
Teach you how
have
to
a
wire.
set date. I do it
Paid for the workshop, so
You'll
you'll learn
have my
something.
address.
in the fall.
You'll have my address. You'll have all the
Okay.
So when we set all the branches on this tree, they're gonna feel a little overly long. The goal is to get light to the interior, let them strengthen, and then cut back hard eventually. So it's gonna feel a little bit out of whack.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a little skinny for this branch. What you can do is double up with this wire here. you can still wire this branch. You can come from this branch back down, and then back out here. Maybe not all the way to the end again, but at least out to here, give you a better anchor. Alright, so a few more branches we can wire up, right? Some of these lignified ones back here, we'll throw some
Use
wire
the
on.
thicker wire.
Yep, use a thicker wire. Go from there.
All right.
It's back to you guys.
My wiring is terrible.
No,
Excellent.
I'm never gonna make it to the end though.
I've never seen that. Yep.
I'll see you over there as long as I'm able to travel.
Yeah, just let me know. Okay.
So I think I have it wired up and move all this stuff so you can move it.
So I want to change.
My wiring is not great.
Change the angle a little bit here.
Yeah,
We can
no.
use.
Whatever you want. I have some of them in packaging still.
Oh, that's better. There we go.
Think I should wire some of these eventually, or
Yeah.
today, or
You can put it on there today. I would do it before they dry. Yeah, and it's not going to take very long for that to happen.
yeah, I didn't know how small with branches I should try and wire today. I
Oh,
said
that's all
I didn't get
good.
it too detailed. If you had to guess how many junipers you think you styled?
Oh God, there's no way to count at this point. Somebody asked me once, how many miles of wire do you think you've applied to trees?
Yeah,
That would be an interesting thing to calculate up.
yeah. If you can keep track of the amount of wire you bought, that would be the only way you could do that.
Right.
Who even keeps track of that?
Right.
It's just like I did, ran and bought 3 things of wire with cash just now. It was all that's left over there.
The book.
Yeah, take it if you want. Also, some tubing and stuff if we need to put guide wire on it, guide wire on anything too. I don't think we will.
Probably not.
I doubled the wire on that one.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
I don't know if that's gonna hold. Let me
Yeah.
add another wire on there.
Yeah.
Let's go with
Heavy duty.
this is work here. Actually, I'm gonna wire
Wire
from
the
that one
gym.
onto the gym. Yep.
How long do you think this wire should stay on here before I take it off?
You want it to bite in a little bit, so the branches that we're bending more heavily are gonna bite in faster than the ones that we're just lightly bending. So I would guess that some of the wire may need to come off as early as the fall this year, but if you can leave it on, through the first flush of next season, things will lock into place much better.
Okay.
So the longer you leave it on, the better. As long as it's not really eating into the branch,
Mhm.
it's fine.
Yeah, it's just gonna give a character anyway. It's not like it's a Japanese maple and you don't want to ruin the trunk or something.
Right.
When should I seal these?
Like putting lime sulfur on them?
Yeah.
I would wait at least 2 weeks, if not a month, for everything to dry out.
Yeah,
Because it's
okay.
just not going to absorb any of that stuff.
Yeah. And I'll wait as long. I'm not in a hurry to do it. It's
Right.
not going to show or anything. I just don't want them to rot either.
You don't have to worry about that for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's move this guy out of the way.
This is
Yeah, this is my universal tool here.
yeah, because you can cut through
You can cut through everything with it. You can use it as a plier too.
the. Yeah.
Somebody made a mess over here.
We left a lot of foliage on here, more than I thought we would.
I'm going to try to keep it from reverting to juvenile.
Yeah.
So leaving a little extra on there will help with that.
Yeah.
That's all we got.
Fertilize this thing pretty heavily.
I would,
Comes
yeah.
in.
One thing that can cause juvenile reversion, in addition to pruning too heavily, is using too much high nitrogen fertilizer, so I wouldn't overdo it necessarily.
Yeah.
But on a tree like this, you know, like a tablespoon of something like Miracle Grow or Osmocote Plus is all you really need.
The 4.5 inch is gonna be cool.
Yeah, if you want to double up on this, I'd go with the same thick wire here. You could even take it out on one of these branches and then double up. And then I don't think we have to wire the little guys here, but if you want to put a wire from here, kind of weave it through and take it out onto there.
Okay.
You can go down a size.
On that one. Use the big one on the.
Use the big one on that, and then maybe this on these two guys here.
All right.
And I'll twist those up for you. What is this?
Green Prince Cedar Labani.
Okay.
It's a dwarf variety.